بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Let me introduce myself. My name is Arda Sofia. My NPM is 2242313. And here I will present my dummy thesis entitled Designing a Digital Educational Comic Story in the Procreate application using AR techniques as an educational medium for children for the midterm exam for the curriculum research method. So today we'll discuss about the three chapters of this thesis. The first chapter is Introduction, the second chapter is Theoretical Foundations, the third chapter is System Design. So, as we know, in recent years, there has been a growing interest in leveraging digital technologies to enhance educational experience for children. One such approach is the use of digital educational comic stories, which combine the engaging narrative of comics with interactive elements and augmented reality (AR) techniques. So why did the author choose to design and draw a digital educational comic story? Because in addition to the great pleasure that reading stories provides to the child, and stimulating his imagination and ability to contemplate and think, it also constitutes an important source of information, a means of conveying human and moral values, and a tool for building and strengthening the child's linguistic abilities. Stars also contribute to enhancing awareness among young people, building their cognitive abilities, and enriching their culture, which helps them achieve academic excellence and enhances their chances of success in life and professionally. So first, let's learn about the importance of educational comic stories in engaging children. Reading stories is a vital and effective tool for developing the child's linguistic and expressive abilities in writing and speaking by enriching his stock of vocabulary, phrases, and ideas and enhancing his ability to understand, comprehend, and focus, which helps him express his feelings and communicate his ideas in a clear manner and within a logical context. Now, let's take an overview of the tools for creating digital comic. So let's start with the Procreate application, which is characterized as a powerful digital artistic tool for creating comic stories. So what is Procreate? Procreate is a digital painting and illustration app for iPads and iPhone. It is a user-friendly tool that artists and designers use to create digital artwork, offering various brushes, layers, and features to make the creative process accessible and versatile. And now let's move to the augmented reality. So what is augmented reality? Augmented reality, or AR, is a technology that combines the real world with digital elements, enhancing what we see and experience. In education, AR can be integrated into storyboards to make learning more engaging by using devices like smartphones or tablets. Students can interact with digital content superimposed on physical materials such as textbooks or posters. This creates an immersive and interactive learning experience where information comes to life, making it easier to understand and remember. AR in educational storyboards enhances learning by making it more interactive and fun. So now let's move to problem identification through several important points. 1. Audience understanding. Identify the age group and learning levels of the target audience. Consider their cognitive abilities, attention span, and interest to tailor the content appropriately. 2. Educational objectives clearly define the learning goals. What skills or knowledge should children gain from the comic? Align these objectives with age-appropriate educational standards. 3. Interactive elements explore AR techniques in Procreate to enhance interactivity. Ensure that the AR features contribute meaningfully to the educational experience rather than being gimmicks. 4. Usability for children. Design the interface with children in mind. Consider intuitive navigation, age-appropriate language, and engaging visuals to keep them interested and facilitate independent exploration. 5. Content relevance. Ensure that the comic stories aligns with educational curricula or key learning concepts. Content should be both entertaining and educational, striking a balance that keeps children engaged while fostering learning. 6. Technical consideration. Assess the technological capabilities of the devices the app will run on. Optimize the AR features for smooth performance on common devices used by children. 7. Accessibility. Consider inclusive design principles. Ensure that the educational comic is accessible to children with varying abilities, including those with disabilities. 8. Feedback mechanism. Implement a system for feedback either from parents, teachers, or directly from the children. This can help refine and improve the educational content and user experience. Next is problem formulation. How can we effectively design an engaging and educational comic story in the Procreate application using AR techniques that cater to the specific learning needs of children while ensuring age appropriateness, intuitive user experience, technical feasibility, pedagogical effectiveness, accessibility, and inclusivity? Through several important points. First, educational objectives definition. Second, AR integration purpose. Third, narrative structure. Fourth, interactive elements design. Fifth, user experience consideration. Sixth, visual and aesthetic choices. Seventh, technical feasibility. Eighth, feedback and iteration. Next is problem limitation through several important points. First, technical constraint device compatibilities. Second, device compatibility. Third, development resources. Fourth, learning engagement balance. Fifth, age appropriateness. Sixth, educational validations. Seventh, user interface complexity. Eighth, accessibility concerns. So if we understanding and addressing these limitations during the design process will help create a more realistic and effective digital educational comic story for children. Next is purpose and goals. The purpose is to create an engaging and educational experience for children by leveraging the creative capabilities of Procreate and enhancing it with augmented reality techniques. The goal is to make learning fun and interactive, fostering a positive and effective educational environment. And the goals: 1. Engage and educate. The primary purpose is to create an engaging and interactive learning experience for children, leveraging the captivating nature of comics and the interactivity of AR makes education fun. 2. Enhance comprehension. Use visual storytelling to facilitate better understanding and retention of educational content. 3. Encourage active learning. Promote active participation and exploration through interactive elements such as animation and quizzes to reinforce learning. 4. Cater to diverse learning styles. Recognize that different children have varied learning styles, and combining comics with AR accommodates visual, auditory, and kinesthetic learners. 5. Make learning enjoyable. Foster a love for learning by making the educational content enjoyable and memorable. 6. Align with curriculum. Ensure that the comics content aligns with educational objectives and curriculum, providing valuable learning outcomes. 7. Adaptability. Make the content adaptable to different age groups and learning abilities, offering a versatile educational tool. And now let's move to the next chapter. In the second chapter, there are principles for designing educational digital comic. The first is understanding child psychology. Research on how children perceive and learn from visual content, including comics, has revealed several key findings. 1. Visual engagement. Children are naturally drawn to visual content such as images, illustrations, and comics. Visual materials can capture their attention and interest more effectively than text alone. 2. Sequential comprehension. Comics with their sequential format develop help children develop skills in understanding narrative order, cause and effect, and story structure. They learn how to follow the flow of panels, making connections between images and interpreting the story. 3. Vocabulary and literacy. Visual content, including comics, can enhance vocabulary and literacy development. Children can learn new words and improve their comprehension by associating visual cues with textual information. 4. Multimodal learning. Visual content engages multiple senses, making learning more immersive. It combines visual, spatial, and linguistic information, which can aid comprehension and retention. 5. Cognitive development. Processing visual content helps children develop cognitive skills such as visual spatial reasoning, pattern recognition, and critical thinking. They learn to infer information from visuals and make connections between images and concepts. 6. Cultural and social awareness. Visual content, including comics, can introduce children to diverse cultures, perspectives, and social issues. It promotes empathy and understanding by depicting a variety of characters and scenarios. 7. Enjoyable learning. Visual content is often seen as more enjoyable, reducing the feeling of learning as a chore. This positive experience can motivate children to engage with educational material. 8. Age-appropriate content. It's important to provide children with visual content that is age-appropriate and aligned with their developmental stage. The complexity and themes of visual material should match their cognitive and emotional readiness. 9. Context matters. The context in which visual content is presented matters. Guidance and discussion with parents or educators can enhance the learning experience and ensure that children derive meaningful lessons from visual material. 10. Visual literacy. Visual content, including comics, can help children develop visual literacy skills, enabling them to interpret and create visual messages effectively. And research suggests that visual content, including comics, plays a valuable role in children's learning and development and literacy skills and fosters a love for learning. However, the selection of age-appropriate content and the provision of guidance are important considerations to maximize the educational benefits of visual materials for children. Okay, The second principle is the importance of storytelling. Storytelling techniques play a crucial role in designing compelling educational comics. They are essential for capturing and maintaining the attention of readers, conveying information effectively, and ensuring that educational messages are engaging and memorable. Here is a summary highlighting the importance of storytelling techniques in educational comics. 1. Engagement. Storytelling techniques such as creating relatable characters and compelling narratives draw readers into the educational content. Engaged readers are more likely to absorb and retain information. 2. Emotional connection. Stories evoke emotions, and when educational comics employ storytelling techniques, they can trigger empathy, curiosity, and a personal connection with the subject matter, making learning a more emotional and memorable experience. 3. Information retention. Educational comics that incorporate storytelling are often more memorable than dry, factual presentations. Readers can remember the information because it is embedded within a narrative context. 4. Contextual learning. Stories provide a context for information, helping readers understand its relevance and real-world applications. This context aids in comprehension and knowledge retention. 5. Sequencing and structure. Storytelling techniques help in structuring content logically. They enable the introduction of concepts, development of ideas, and resolution of problems, making complex subjects more digestible. 6. Visual comprehension. Comics are a visual medium, and storytelling techniques guide the visual narrative, ensuring that image and text work together to enhance comprehension. This is especially beneficial for visual learners. 7. Pacing and flow. Effective storytelling controls the pacing of the narrative, ensuring that information is revealed at an appropriate rate, avoiding overwhelming the reader. 8. Conflict and resolution. Storytelling introduces conflict and resolution, which can make the learning process more dynamic and engaging. This can be particularly useful in presenting problem-solving scenarios. 9. Accessibility. Educational comics that use storytelling techniques are accessible to a broad audience, including those with different learning styles, abilities, and language backgrounds. 10. Long-term impact. Well-crafted educational comics with compelling storytelling have a lasting impact. Readers are more likely to remember and apply the knowledge gained from a memorable and engaging educational narrative. And as we know, storytelling techniques are not just a creative addition to educational comics, but an essential component that enhances their effectiveness. They transform educational content into a compelling and engaging experience, improving retention, understanding, and long-term impact on the reader. The third and the final principle is age-appropriate content considerations. To align storyboard content with the cognitive and emotional development of the target age group. 1. Understand the audience. Know the cognitive and emotional development stages of the specific age group you are targeting. 2. Age-appropriate content. Ensure content matches their comprehension level, avoiding overly simple or complex material. 3. Visual appeal. Use age-appropriate visuals and graphics to engage and maintain interest. 4. clear language, use clear conscious language tailored to their vocabulary and reading level. 5. Sequential presentation. Introduce concepts in a logical order, starting with basics and progressing gradually. 6. Emotional sensitivity. Address emotions and themes relevant to their experience while avoiding overwhelming content. Interaction. Incor- Incorporate interactive elements suitable for their cognitive and motor skills. 8. Real-life context. Relates content to their real-life experience and interests. 9. Feedback and assessment. Include age-appropriate feedback and assessment method. 10. Pilot testing. Test with representatives from the target age group for feedback and adjustment. Aligning content in this way ensures that the storyboard effectively caters to the cognitive and emotional development of the intended audience. And now let's move to the last chapter, chapter 3. There are interactive features and augmented reality technologies, including benefits of interactive features in educational storyboards, interactive elements like animations, quizzes, and mini-games can enhance children's engagement and learning outcomes by making the learning experience more enjoyable and effective. They do this by 1. Capturing attention. Interactive elements are fun and captivating, drawing children into the educational content. 2. Active participation. Children actively engage with the material, which promotes better retention of information. 3. Reinforcement. Quizzes and games reinforce what's being learned, helping to solidify knowledge. 4. Feedback. Interactive elements provide immediate feedback, helping children correct mistakes and learn from them. 5. Motivation. The enjoyment factor motivates children to spend more, more time on educational activities. 6. Adaptability. Interactive elements can be tailored to different skill levels, accommodating a variety of learners. Now let's move to the introduction of augmented reality technologies in educational comics. Augmented reality AR can be integrated into the comic experience to offer extra layers of interactivity and immersive content. AR in comics. 1. Adds virtual elements. It superimposes digital content like 3D characters, animations, or information onto the physical comic, making story come to life. 2. Enhances engagement. Readers can interact with AR elements such as tapping for more details or triggering animations, making the comic more engaging. 3. Expands storytelling. AR provides additional storytelling dimension, offering backstory details, character insights, or hidden clues through the digital layer. For gamified learning, it can turn parts of the comic into games or puzzles, encouraging readers to actively participate and learn through play. In essence, AR in comics enriches the reading experience, adding depth, interaction, and immersion to the storytelling. There are some examples of the application of augmented reality in educational storyboards. Here are two simple examples of successful implementation of augmented reality technologies in educational storyboards. 1. ZooBurst. For interactive pop-up books, ZooBurst is an AR platform that allows users, including educators, to create interactive 3D pop-up books. Students can access these books with a device's camera and characters and objects from the book appear as 3D images on the screen. It's being used in elementary education to create engaging and interactive storybooks, helping children learn to read, understand narratives, and explore stories in an immersive way. Second example is AR flashcards for language learning. AR flashcards is an app that uses AR to enhance language learning. Users can point their device's camera at physical flashcards with images and words. The app then displays 3D animated versions of the objects and pronounces the words. This technology has proven effective in language learning, particularly for young children and English as a second language for students. It combines visual and auditory cues to aid vocabulary acquisition. These examples showcase how AR technologies have been successfully integrated into educational storyboards, enhancing learning through engagement, interaction, and immersive experience. A user-centered design approach is based on creating an intuitive navigation and prioritizing user experience for children. Interacting with augmented reality elements is crucial. In simple terms, this importance lies in 1. Engagement. Intuitive navigation ensures that children can easily access and interact with AR content, keeping them engaged and interested in the learning experience. 2. Learning effectiveness. When AR elements are easy to use, children can focus on the educational content, making learning more effective and enjoyable. 3. Safety. Simple and clear navigation reduces the risk of confusion or frustration, promoting a safe and positive experience for young users. 4. Inclusivity. Intuitive design ensures that AR content is accessible to wider range of children, including those with varying levels of touch savviness. 5. Retention. When children can navigate AR elements easily, they are more likely to retain and apply the knowledge gained through the interactive experience. So user-friendly AR navigation is essential to create engaging and effective educational experience for children while ensuring their safety and inclusivity. And at the end, I hope you enjoy and take the benefit. Thank you for attention. Wassalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.